Night School is directed by Malcolm D. Lee and it stars Tiffany Haddish and Kevin Hart. We follow a high school dropout who years after quitting on his exams, he has to go back and finish his GEDs to finally get a good, steady job and marry the woman of his dreams. I'm not gonna waste a lot of time with this, guys. This is exactly what you'd be expecting if you watched the first trailer, or the second trailer, or the third trailer. There are a lot of trailers out there. I only watched the first one, and it's exactly the type of comedy that you'd expecting with this type of plot coming from Kevin Hart, coming from Tiffany Haddish. But there are good things about it. The best thing about this film is the chemistry and the dynamic between the group of adults who are taking the GED exam and are taking night school. There are so many good combinations in here. You can pick and choose which is your favorite. I think there are characters that are going to work for some people and characters that are going to work for other people. Point is, you have so many different characters and they are all so well established. They all have their different motivations and their different wants and needs, and I really like how they explore the dynamics of these characters. They are really well developed. They are the best part of the film. There is a scene where they go into school at night to try and steal a test, and that is the best part of this film because you see the comedy coming out of all of them, and it's all different types of comedies. Especially this one dude, Luis, played by Madrigal. I know him from somewhere, I can't remember what. This dude kills it. Every scene that he has a spotlight on him, he shines. He completely steals a movie. And Kevin Hart is fine. He's the typical Kevin Hart you're expecting. Tiffany Haddish I'm not a big fan of, but she's a typical Tiffany Haddish that you're expecting. They work together just fine in this film. It's not like you're very interested or invested in the plot and what this character's journey is, and even at the end the film kind of screws you over with it. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but there's something that this movie decides to do at the end that I didn't get the point of it, honestly. If you guys seen the movie, you'll know what I'm talking about, but there's something that kind of betrays what the whole message of this film was, especially because then they retcon it and eventually go to what the end is that you would be expecting in something like this. And yeah, despite the characters being very well established in their unit as a group and you see what each other wants and needs, you don't really get to see that outside of what they tell each other and little glimpses of it, like little flashbacks or little flash forwards, like something in their imagination. You see glimpses of what their lives are outside the school and outside of class, but you don't really get to explore it, which is kind of bad on a character standpoint, but also kind of good on a runtime standpoint because this film clocks in at 1 hour and 51 minutes, and it should have probably clocked in at 1 hour and 35 minutes at most. Again, this is exactly what you're expecting. It's cliche, but kind of has its charm. It's not a horrible film. I've seen worse attempts at comedy this year alone. And Taran Killam deserves a shout out as well because he's also pretty damn good. Everyone does a fine job. There are moments of highlights that I can remember for this film, but I did not ever laugh out loud apart from one moment with Luis. I did chuckle here and there. It kept me going. It kept me from falling asleep, but that's about the best thing I can say about this. If you're excited about Night School, I don't know what you will expect besides what you get, so I think you'll be satisfied. If you are dreading going to watch it, believe me, so was I, and I actually was fine with it. I'm going to give Night School a C. Yes, that is right, I premiered the new rating system, and now for new releases, this will be the rating system, but I will keep my classic one for Geek Classics and maybe other sorts of reviews. So let me know what you guys think, and thank you so much for watching, my beautiful geekies. You guys are the best. I'll have a review for Hold the Dark later tonight. I hope to see you there. Go check out my review for A Star Is Born, and come back for many other reviews coming soon. You stay beautiful, you stay geeky, and if you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button, click the bell so you can be geeky united!